Students at one small school in Pike County will soon have the opportunity to get more vocational training.
New this morning, for the 2026-2027 school year, Western Community Unit School District 12 will be offering their students the chance to travel to either the Quincy Area Vocational Technical Center or Hannibal Career Technical Center to learn more about vocational technical careers. This is part of Western's new Pathway to Prosperity program. Western superintendent says because they are a small school, they can't offer much vocational training. Right now, he says out of the top 10 technical occupations, they only offer 3 to their students. Western will provide financial assistance for students wanting to travel to Quincy or Hannibal's career centers. He says 60% of their kids are on free and reduced lunch, which means they likely wouldn't be able to pay for training otherwise.
Their economic status should not determine their opportunities in life. That's our responsibility, to give every child, every kid a chance to change their setting, to change and leave here in a better state than they started.
Powell says 40 to 65% of their students go into a career in a technical field after they graduate. He says both Quincy and Hannibal's career centers have unique options that will offer students the opportunity to find a career they love. Students also have the opportunity to take dual credit classes through John Wood Community College, do a work study, or be a part of the Pittsfield CEO program. Students in these programs have their tuition paid or are given a stipend for travel purposes. Powell says the Tracy Family Foundation has awarded them a grant of $20,000 for the 2026-2027 school year that they can use to fund any of these programs in Illinois. He says the programs in Missouri will be funded through other fundraisers, donations, and local tax funds.